Today I wanted to tell you a personal story of how I made this painting and how we can do hard things with God. Welcome to Celebration State, where we help Christian creatives to grow in their creativity and in their love for God as well. This painting was tough, you guys. It was a challenge, but I had agreed to do it for this amazing client who's become a friend. And as I agreed to do it, I knew it was going to be a challenge, but I just said yes to it because the meaning is an important meaning. It's talking about pushing past resistance to obey God, no matter what might be trying to resist the move, the hand of God, not to listen to traditions of men, not to listen to culture, not to listen to anything that might seem to come in the way of what God is saying, and just to push past it in obedience. That's what this painting is about. So it's an important message, and I had agreed to do it, so I needed to paint it. The biggest challenge was really that initial part of drawing the lines with the perspective. So every step of the way, especially in this part, I was leaning on God to help me with this, to help me overcome my resistance, my desire to run away from the painting. And then when I sat down to do it, to help me to overcome the struggle of remembering what to do with all the perspective lines and how to make it all work coherently in a painting. I was leaning and depending on Him, but it was still tough. It's not as if just because I invited God into the process that all of the sudden all of the problems were easy and I had a super great attitude about it. I wish that was the case, but it was still something that I needed to overcome. I needed to struggle through with God. So as I was drawing the lines, God began to show me these little blessings within the painting. And these blessings were moments of success, moments that kind of caught me off guard. And it went something like, oh, that actually looks pretty good. And this started happening more and more as I was painting it. Once I got a little bit of color on, someone who's normally very critical of my artwork, just in their own artistic taste being so different than my own, came and said, wow, that looks really cool. And that started to really impact me. And as I kept going, it just started to get better and better. There were these just moments of blessing, moments of relief that God was giving me, where my efforts combined with His amazing power and grace just upholding me and guiding me and sustaining me. It was starting to reap a harvest. And while I was painting this painting, God reminded me of a personal story. The very first drawing, the very first piece of art that I'd ever been commissioned to create was actually in third grade. There was a boy in my class, and he paid me maybe somewhere between $3 and $5, I want to say, for drawing a car. And he had the car picked out, and this was the car that he wanted me to do. And I'm pretty sure that was my first commission, was making that car. I can't guarantee it was a fabulous car, being in third grade, not having all the information about how to draw cars that I do now. But that is a really special moment, that first commission, that first time someone pays you to do something that you love to do. And so God reminded me of that, and that was so special. And as I continued to paint it, this painting now, I would just kind of step back and think, this actually looks kind of good. And and as I was getting really close to finishing, I had maybe the sweetest moment, which was that I was sitting with my son, and he asked me if I might give him a print of this painting to go into his room. I don't think he's ever asked me that for any of my paintings before, so that was really special too. And I eventually finished the painting, as you can see, and I showed it to the client, and he loved it. And God was just revealing to me throughout this whole process that He can help us with these tough things. And along the journey of these tough things, whatever they might be, He not only is going to hold our hand and empower us, but He's going to show us good things along the way too. So I just want to strengthen you and encourage you with that word. You can apply it to whatever creative problem you might be facing. God is big enough for that too. If you have a story like this too, where God came through for you and took something that was challenging and turned it into something that was incredible, I would love to hear it down in the comments. If this video blessed you, please tap that like button and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications if you want to come on future creative adventures with us. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Be so blessed.